April Wagner, and I'm going to be joined by Dr. Catalina Grija tonight. And I'm so glad you're taking the time to join us. We're excited about a newer product that we have. Maybe you've heard of the natural GLP-1s. It's a weight loss product. And I can tell you, my husband and I, we've been in this industry now for 32 years. Our first company, when it got a weight loss product, really put us on the map. Business boomed. And you know what? When this company got a weight loss product, a weight loss activator, it boomed. So we're so excited about the results that we're getting with this product and all that's going on. And I'm just excited that I have Dr. Grija here to really help explain and do a little bit of a deep dive into what our natural GLP-1 does and how it works and kind of the results that we're getting. Dr. Grija, first of all, she's a mom of two. She doesn't take credit for all that. A Simba mom, a dog mom, she's married to the love of her life and, just has a great personal life. But as far as a doctor, she's a board certified internal medicine doctor. She's been doing that for more than 30 years. And she has a deep-rooted passion. Now everybody wants to join. A deep-rooted passion for prevention, personalized healing, and root cause resolution. As a functional medicine doctor that came a little bit later with advanced training in genetic testing and hormone balance, she has spent the last 5 years helping women decode and reclaim their energy using evidence-based natural strategies. So her mission, get more of these. Her mission is to radically transform lives of women to restore balance, prevent disease, live fully through, real answers, no band-aids for all of us, because there's so many issues. 2 out of 3 people these days are either overweight or obese. And there's a lot of health benefits, negatives that go with that when we do have that extra weight on. And so you treat men and women, right? You treat them all. So, so because I've been in your office, I know that. But anyway, I'm going to let you take it. I'm going to bring up the slides and we'll get started with that. So let me bring up the slides for you.
Thank you so much, April. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Yeah. And I keep adding people.
Okay. Everyone can see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome for tonight. We thought that we would go over a few, things that I've noticed in my experience with, GLP-1 activation, which is obviously a new concept for me too, as of last year. And so grateful for this company that they came up with this. Their research team is incredible. And I love that we're unique. There's no competition. So all good, all good. Okay. So, let's go.
Wherever you want to move, just let me know.
Yeah. So first of all, why are we here? Because the weight loss approach in traditional medicine is really broken. There's cookie cutter programs that work for nobody. Most diets fail by month 3 at most. And injectable GLP-1, they work in some cases, but at what cost? Now that so many people are on those, we see more and more side effects surface. And it is literally only one medication for one issue, the weight, but not to put out the fire, so to speak, in a body that is inflamed by definition due to weight. And we want sustainable weight loss, fat loss, actually, not muscle loss. And we want to get rid of cravings. We want real energy and protection from cardiovascular disease and, diabetes and neuroprotection. And all of these are attainable with activating our own GLP-1 production, because our body knows best. Okay, next. So what is GLP-1? It's a glucagon-like peptide 1. It tells our brain that were full. That's it. You had enough food. It slows down the digestion, the transit of food through the stomach. It balances the blood sugar, and because it slows down the transit of food and it does not allow that sugar level to go up very high, and thus it balances the insulin. So you don't have a surge of insulin after eating a meal that includes carbs. And so many people have described how this food noise disappears. People don't think of, okay, I'm eating breakfast. Oh, what will it be for lunch? What will I have for lunch? And then you're at lunch and it's already thinking about dinner. And then at dinner, I'm watching my favorite movie. What snack would go with this, right? No, that is gone. Or this guilty, you feel guilty when you indulge in certain things. And it should not be the case. Your body should be able to deal with the food that we take in as long as we're providing it with the right nutrients and we have the right amount of this GLP-1 hormone to address everything else. So the GLP-1 injectables, the medications, they're mimickers of the GLP-1. They don't make your body produce GLP-1. And actually, there is no study done by pharmaceutical companies to look at what happens to our own production of GLP-1 when we're injecting the chemical mimickers. So we don't know, but usually when you put something in your body thinks, oh, I have what I need. I don't need to make more. That's the usual case with other, substances. So this may be what's happening with our GLP-1 when we take these medications. And the problem is that because it's a medication, they have side effects, fatigue, depression. People lose muscle because they're fatigued and they're depressed. They don't feel like working out and they are more nauseated rather than just decrease the tug of war, the food noise in their brain. And so they don't go to the gym. They don't eat enough protein. And it leads to this, you lose muscle mass, up to 39% muscle mass. And this is really bad news because we lose muscle mass, right, with aging anyway. And that's the last thing you want, to lose muscle mass. So when we activate our own body's GLP-1 naturally, you rebalance these hunger and satiety hormones. And this hormone is produced actually in the gut, in the intestine. So we're rebalancing, we're targeting that gut-brain axis that is so important for mood, for sleep, for general well-being. And if we improve our gut health, then we will absorb better the nutrients from our food, and we will eliminate better the toxins. And when we reduce, like in this slide, it says up to 27% of the visceral fat. This comes mainly from the liver and the organs in the abdomen and all around the organs, even the heart. And when you basically, when you help your liver function better, you help your gut function better, you will feel much better, generally speaking, because you have less inflammation. Your liver is able to detoxify everything, get rid of the toxins and bad stuff in your body, and push it into the gut, and the gut works better. So you are healthier, you're less inflamed. And yes, of course, then the weight is released and people lose in the studies up to 9 pounds in 8 weeks and 25 pounds in 12 weeks. We've seen 30 pounds in 12 weeks. And I think we've seen 64 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah.
So everybody's different. Like if 100 people start this product like this, they may have 100 different results. Everybody starts from a different level of inflammation, a different level of gut health, different cholesterol level, sugar levels, liver function levels, mood, muscle mass, everything is different. So we cannot expect identical results. You can't say, oh, I haven't lost but 3 pounds in, a month. This doesn't work for me. This is not true. Your body, again, is very smart. And if you give it what it needs, it will work on what's most stringent, right? If there is a high level of inflammation in the body, okay, let's get rid of that fat. Let's eliminate the toxins from the fat, because that fat is active organ. It produces a lot of inflammatory markers. So let's get rid of that first. And then, we're going to lose a few pounds and you're going to see. I mean, fat is big, right? But light. So you lose, 2 pounds of fat, takes a long time, but you're going to see the inches. So but again, we're maintaining muscle mass in 100% of the people. And if anybody has seen the trials, they had a wide variety of ages, ethnicities, and weight, up to 467 pounds. So a wide variety of people, all of them did not lose muscle. That should tell you something. And the GLP-1 increase, initially in the trials, it was proved to be 140%, but with more recent studies, we saw that it increased up to 200%. So, of course, it's patent pending, and it's making waves in, all over the world, basically.
Yeah, it's so cool. That second study was on 80 people. So it was a much bigger study than the first one. So it's so cool.
Yeah. So this is a bit more, involved, but just to tell you that this hormone really does a lot of things. So this mind body GLP-1 system helps restore this communication we talked about between the gut and the brain. And it activates these genes, PPY, that and PYY, that ensuring that satiety signals to the brain are enhanced. So, like, in other words, you eat a little bit and then your brain senses that, okay, you got enough. It's more communication between the gut and the brain, the healthy one, not the one that tells you, oh, I want to eat more. Okay, no, it's the healthy one. And that's how this works.
And I think we're the only company that has this with the genes, and helping with the peptides and stuff. Everybody else is adding peptides, adding supplements, and here we're regulating the genes. So it's so, so exciting, our science. So just love it.
Absolutely. And we go, again, in functional medicine, you go to the root of the problems. So if you can start at the genetic level, that's it's the most, I don't know how to say this, most elegant way of doing it. Excellent. The other one that there are a couple of other genes that are activated but 95%. So I don't know if you noticed, but these are huge numbers. These are not like 1%, 10%. No, these are very healthy numbers. This the gene that creates a proglucagon, a precursor protein for GLP-1, that you produce it, we produce GLP-1 from this protein. So you produce more of this. And then the enzymes that cleaves this precursor into the active GLP-1. So it works in so many ways. You increase the production, you activate the precursors, you improve the cleaving of the active substance from the precursor. We activate the receptors. We block the enzyme that degrades the GLP-1. I mean, it's such a complex product. I don't think that people realize what a treasure this is.
For sure. Yep.
So these are some, like we have a huge group, right, of people. There were like, some tens of thousands of people in there, right?
Mhm.
And there were some common denominators when they were asked, like, okay, well, what's been your experience? And everybody lost the weight. Everybody, lost weight. Cravings disappeared. Sleep and energy improved. Gut health improved. Even in people with irritable bowel syndrome, which is a big deal. And of course, improve mood. We produce the happy hormone, right? Serotonin in the gut. If your gut gets healthier, of course, you're going to be happier. And when you feel good, you're happier anyway. And then because of this weight loss, you have cholesterol and liver test improvement. And these are some of the before and after pictures. And everybody's been documenting, their pictures so well. And so you see, it's like, 6 weeks, about, I don't know how much this was. I think 10 pounds, if I remember correctly. 10 pounds, almost, 11
Yeah.
pounds, almost
Angie's been a
11
work
pounds.
in progress. I mean, the inches are just, she looks incredible. Incredible.
Yeah.
I'll move through some of these.
And more people. And as you can see, the fat goes away from everywhere. And this is, again, another very important thing to notice, because a lot of people lose the abdomen fat, or even the face, the neck, but it's hard to lose the love handles. A lot of people go for laser to try to get rid of those. They may be skinny, they have these stubborn fat areas, so to speak. But with MB system, these go away. So whether you're after, pregnancy struggling, and in 6 weeks again, you're 10 pounds down. People that don't have too much to lose still lose. I lost 5 pounds. So, hey, I know that it works for everybody. These are some of the pictures from the trial. And as you can see, people that are really overweight, different ages, different ethnicities, everybody lost. 12 weeks, Brad, 19 pounds, 15 inches. Again, that is amazing. And then that's my husband here, Lucian, who lost in 3 weeks, literally 14 pounds. And he went on to lose 30 pounds, and he's doing really great. This was the 25 pounds here. And then again, you can see the pounds and the inches are literally, for a lot of people, more inches than pounds. And that's because of the fat. Again, more people.
We got a lot of them.
I mean, we can keep going
Yep.
because, yeah. And this is one of our orthopedic surgeons who ended up losing. So in 18 weeks, 42 pounds, but now he's down 64 pounds.
Right. Yeah.
And it's for the first time. And a lot of people actually notice that it's for the first time in their lives when they're able to lose and maintain down 6-7 months already now, right? The weight, which is huge. And think of it this way, we can keep going, but we can stay on this product forever, because this is not a drug, this is not a medication. It just feeds our body with the right nutrients in order to make this hormone, and there is no known side effect to the products that it contains, to the ingredients. If we can go back a little bit, one slide. Oops, no, this. Here I have, I don't know if you all can see, but I do this special cholesterol testing, which is called advanced lipid testing. And I shared some of those results in people that started the MB system. And as you can see here, it's usually about 3 months. And cholesterol, from 206 to 181, bad cholesterol from 137 to 116, different numbers, different levels here. This one I can see, but I think it was 160 to 109. And bad cholesterol from 121 to, what was this? 70?
Good reduction.
Hmm?
It's a good reduction.
It's a very good reduction.
Something everybody struggles with as they get older. So that's good stuff.
70. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So, and everybody loves it. Again, it's not no unpleasant side effects, and everybody feels good, and they have energy, and they see results, and the results are inside and outside. So you can see it in the blood test, and there you go.
Yeah.
You can see them in the pictures. This lady also did amazing. I think she lost 59 pounds or 39 pounds, something like that. 64 pounds
so
here.
Why is our GLP hormones being decreased?
Why some people don't have enough GLP-1?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Particularly as we get older.
It's a lot of, some people just don't have it, period. Some people, because there are people that struggle with weight all their lives. And there are people that have a lot of intestinal issues, and that's why this hormone production goes down. Just like people can develop depression if they have really a bad intestinal health, because again, serotonin is produced mostly in the intestine. So it's just like other hormones; they may go down, like thyroid hormones may go down. And then, of course, the whole, we see from the activation process, all these nutritional deficits that we have because of the current circumstances, because of the soil being depleted and the foods not containing the same nutrients as they did 50 years ago. We're not getting enough stuff to produce anything, basically, without supplementing. It's very hard to get the right nutrients in our body. A lot of people don't eat enough protein, enough fiber. People don't eat enough protein, period. Don't drink enough water, don't have enough fiber. Everybody has more than enough carbs. It's the convenience, it's the it's this culture, is the fast pace, everything. And so we become more and more inflamed. And that also contributes to, again, suppression of certain genes and suppression of the production of of these hormones. And our body can fight so many battles, with the weapons that we give it. And nutrition is paramount. Definitely. And knowing, a lot of people don't know what they don't know. And in health, as it is in business, that can be a really bad thing. When you don't know what you don't know, it's really dangerous. And without going into deep, evaluation of your health, of how everything works, it's hard to know everything about your body. And if we help the body work well and produce this GLP-1, it will help us, reset the metabolism. It will improve the cravings. It will improve the gut health, gut-brain axis. And this can be a really long-term, treatment. You cannot even call it treatment, but it is a treatment. But long-term approach, let's say, to health.
I thought it was
And
so cool. The most recent study talked about decreased desire for junk food, salt. I think it was 86%, and soda. So, the things people struggle with, and I would imagine alcohol too. So, it's pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah. I think a lot of the things that were tested in different things that they, because they cut the cravings of something, like, okay, let's see if it cuts the craving for really bad stuff like alcohol or smoking yeah. So we may have new results in the future. Who knows?
Who knows?
Let's hope so. Yeah. So the the thing is that the body is not broken. It just hasn't it hasn't heard the right the right song yet. It didn't get what it needed. It's confused. And when we're not giving it what it needs, when we're throwing at it whatever we want but it's not healthy for it, when we're not helping every cell literally produce its energy and get rid of toxins, it's hard. The body is, it's suffering, and just feeding it the right thing and remember how to feel full and burn fat and listen to the real hunger signals. It definitely improves its behavior.
And results.
So, and the results, absolutely, absolutely. And everybody's asking, how much does it cost? I said, well, the cost and the risk of not doing anything. Usually when you do something, you don't ask how much it costs. You think, okay, how much is going to cost me not to do this? Especially when it comes to health. And the risk of doing nothing and waiting, procrastinating, means only, worsening insulin resistance, because we know that if anybody has, especially the abdominal fat, the visceral fat, they have insulin resistance. Oh, I want some snack. Oh, I feel like I ate, but I'm hungry again. Tired after a meal, things like this. You have insulin resistance. It's harder to lose the weight. And it's not a matter of if, but when diabetes sets in, when you have insulin resistance, period. Higher visceral fat is not going to help anything. It can interfere with your heart function, with liver function, thus with detoxification of everything, more toxins in your body, more sleep, libido, energy issues, and of course heart and muscle loss, of course, because with aging, this is muscle loss. It's definitely one of the markers for longevity. If you have good muscle mass, you're more likely to live longer. Liz is asking if it helps people with diabetes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody, I switched people from the GLP-1 injectables for diabetes to this, and they got better results in terms of glucose control, in terms of cholesterol panels, and in terms of weight loss. Absolutely. And energy. I mean, everything. They get the same benefits like everybody else. It's just that they're not preventing something, they're, reversing, diabetes. And of course, they have to, there are two products. Of course, they have to talk with their doctors and make sure they are controlled and not stop all their medications and go on this. We're not talking about that. This has to be coordinated with a physician. But absolutely everybody in my patients that with diabetes that took this improved their blood test and their how they feel. So working, with this product is definitely not just restricting something. We're resetting. And we're not mimicking. You see, we're not mimicking. We're restoring. So
Well,
when you
that's,
activate your biology instead of fighting it, results follow.
yeah. And that's so much what we're doing. We're not supplementing, we're not adding, we are activating your body to do what it did when you were much younger. And isn't that always exciting? So, but we want to tell you, get back to the person who invited you here, on this call. If you want to get started, you've got more questions, whatever we can do to help. Dr. Grija, we're just so excited you took the time to explain more about this mystery of the GLP-1 that we hear all over the news and stuff, and knowing that we have a natural alternative to weight loss. It's really easy and people are getting great results and being so much healthier for it. So with that, I want to thank everyone for joining us, and we'll call it a wrap then. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care.
Thank you. Good
Bye.
night.